Hello everybody, and welcome back to some SkyT. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. Wrong button. So, last episode we got together and we got our Vade Tech fluid set up. Vadium mixed fuel. We set up all the other fluids except for the milk tea. I still got to work on getting all of those going. I might as well go ahead. This is not using as much power as I thought it would, so we can go ahead and set up the mixers for the other machines too while we need it. So that is something that's on the agenda for today too, and that's something we'll do offsides. So today, what are we going to do? Well, first things first. I had talked about this in the last episode a little bit, and we had got our antimatter. We're up to 39. Beautiful. That's complete. That should be way more than we are going to need. So what does that mean? Well, that means this guy can go off. This guy can go off, which means all of this is now going to be done, and we are going to switch this guy to power in. And as you can see, it is inputting 7.9 million FE, and we're going to adjust that. Right now, I've got it set to an injection rate of 40, and everything is backed all the way up. So we're going to switch this to 60. That's going to bump us up to probably about 9 million FE a tick. We'll see how that goes. But right now, it's even more power than what we're going to need. And as far as all of that, if we run back home, I had said it last episode, in between episodes, we were going to fix this guy. As you can see, he is now much bigger. He is not filled up, but I did make, I think, 12 induction cells. That's as long as I wanted to sit here and wait for this stuff. It took long enough. And I added one more of the ultimate induction providers, so we are able to output 11 million. Are we outputting that much? Oh, that's power in. Wait. Yeah. Or no, that's what's going out. This is what's coming in. So we're inputting just a little over 12 million FE a tick. We're good to go. So, but as I said, we're looking at mechanism. We're going to finish our mechanism chapter today. We've got everything we need. We've only got like 4 quests left to do. So that's what we're going to do right quick. And then we're also going to get into our other antimatter, the FTB stuff. So, what do we have left? We have the antiprotonic nucleosynthesizer. We should not have words in here that I should not be able to pronounce. So we should be able to just do all of that right quick and get that. And this guy's what we are going to use. You can use it for several different things. As far as you can use antimatter to turn skeleton skulls into wither skeleton. Gray, we get redstone, heart of the sea. Nothing to sniff is anything that we need. One thing we will need is to do the hellfire forged blocks. We're going to need quite a handful of them. And we are going to need this guy right here, which is why we've got 10 antimatter set up. And if we happen to need more antimatter, all we'll have to do is turn that guy back on. I just don't want to... Wait a minute. What we can do, this is going to slow this down quite a bit, but we can make it to where we are only putting in 800,000 FE, and we can turn this guy back on. Since we know we have the antimatter that we need, why is that not... Oh, we need to switch it to that. So that's not going to make it very fast. And we can even up this a little bit. It's not going to be very fast. We'll have to keep an eye out on... We should have enough backup with this. And if we need to, we can turn these guys down. I just have to keep an eye on it and make sure we don't back everything up. But the progress on this is going to be a bit slower, but it's still going to make antimatter for us. All right, so I've got all that going. I did turn down the fission reactors. I did turn up our fusion reactor. So we're up to 15 million FE a tick, and I did turn up the SPS. It's now at 2 million instead of 1 million. So all that's good. We're ready to go on about our business. We've got all the stuff we need now for this guy. It is now made. Quest complete. It can go up. We don't need it right now. So that is that. We can go in here and complete this quest. That's going to give us another antimatter. So the only thing we've got left to do is we need to make a heat generator. We need to make the dosimer, a Geiger counter, and we need to make the rest of the hazmat stuff, which we should have what we need to do this. So dosimer, done. Geiger counter, we're good. Hazmat gown, hazmat pants, and our hazmat boots. And that should be... Oh, no, we got to do the heat generator. And this should be quest or chapter complete. Yeah. Another one down. So all this stuff can go up. We don't need any of that. The antimatter can go up. XP, XP, and some XP. Lovely. So another quest, or another chapter complete. We're ready to go on about our business. So our next bit of business, as I said, we were going to look at industrial contraptions and the antimatter constructor. This uses scrap and energy to create its antimatter, but it's the old UU matter from IC2. So this is what all we're going to need. We're going to need some iridium circuits. Parallel processors are the only thing that I do not have set up, and we're only going to need one of these. I've got two. How many do we need for this? 4. That might take a second. I don't even know. It's got a recipe somewhere. Alright, so we've got our parallel processors. I actually went through and changed up some stuff. Number one, I screwed up, and we're probably going to have some issues with pulse grinder. I think we've got all of it. I accidentally had my disassembler on fast and hit it and lost it, and I don't have my magnet on, and so yeah, that was a thing. But I've got processing patterns in here for the parallel processor for one, and then the calculation processor, as that up there was never fully automated. I had to provide it with stuff, and I never went back and fixed it. So we've got those now available for auto crafting if we need them, which I was looking into. I've made another set of the crafting processors, and I was looking at it, and it was looking at the larger one. Mega Cells has a set of these two, and we didn't have nowhere near the stuff for that. But I got everything together that I need to, and now we're ready to start looking. I need to make us just a regular crafting table. We're not going to make recipe for this. We're also going to need to use this for the advanced encapsulator. So I'm going to wait on this to finish up, and then we'll keep on going. All right, so we're ready for our first pieces. These go right there. We need, while we've got extended crafting up, I need 4 of these guys. That shouldn't take too long to do. We're also going to need iridium circuits. There's 3 of those. Iridium circuits. We need 4 of those. These guys go in the corners. Oops. We also need 4 compressed dash, which we should now have ready to go. I did not set up a recipe for that. So uses, smelting. Any of these guys down here that smelts doesn't matter. We've got a few. Redstone furnace. I guess we're going to go with the redstone furnace, so we're not using... We've got a lot of stuff. Alright, so now we should be able to craft those guys. We need our antimatter. Goes there and there. We need a 60... this one's going to take a second to craft. Alright, so while we're waiting on all this to finish up, we've got our 4 iridium. We've got our 4 dash. I think I just put those in the wrong spot. I did. So it is going to take a minute, and it's one of the things that I need to look at, is getting the 16 million. If we look at this recipe, it is crafting these guys very slowly. This is something I got to look at. It might be one of those that I need to put in a machine by itself, along with the Fluix crystals. I think that is... yeah, all 3 of these probably need to be put in their own. Because these, if we put more than one recipe, or set it to more than one recipe, and it's crafting more than one, it will mix them all up, and it's a pain in the butt. So, but anyways, we're still working on this guy. So we need 2 of the ultimate control circuits. That shouldn't be too bad to do. 2 of these guys. And there's that. We need 2 more iridium. I messed that up. I did not read right. We need 2 more of these. And then we're going to need 2 of the advanced machine frames. And it's going to take a minute to do because it's got to craft all of those and these guys and everything else. So, once we get these crafted, we'll be done. We can get it going. Alright, so we are back. We have now everything we need to do this. Our storage. One thing I have learned, and it's something that we'll have to do probably maybe in between episodes or something, I don't know, is our Certus quartz and our Fluix crystals production is what is slowing us down. So we need to set up an automation for that. So we've got those. We've got that guy, and I've got our 2 iridium circuits. And there we go, our antimatter constructor. Beautiful. That quest is now complete. And we can bring it over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this guy up right here. He's going to get power from that. We are going to get us some mechanism pipes. Let's clean all these up. And we've got 210,000 of the scrap. So this should make getting this a lot quicker. And it's going to... These are HV. Those are HV cables. I feel like we could probably do this slightly better. Or at least give it more power. Alright, so now we're starting to get somewhere. These guys are moving pretty quick. I don't know if we are... Doesn't look like we're really tapping into the power just yet. Let's do this. I don't know if this is going to help or not. That's not going to work. I ain't got no more. So our solar panels are still solar paneling. We're not pulling that much out of them. This guy is... the only way we're going to make this quicker is to get into the IV stuff and the EV solar panels, which we've got to get the antimatter first, which we just got our first piece of antimatter. So we're good to go. I let this run for a little while. We'll be good. We'll put that in there, and I'm going to hook this up. I think blue is being used. What's it being used for? It doesn't look like anything. Let's make sure that that is a input and not a, or an output, not an input. That's red. That is blue. That is a import bus, so we're good there. So we can hook that up there. We've got that's the pipes that we need. I do not want... I hate that. Let's just use these guys, and we don't need to put a speed upgrade on them, as it's we're not going to be making the antimatter that quick. So there we go. That should now be... We've got one. And we should now have two. Beautiful. Let that run a little bit. We don't need a ton of this. We need 6 for the antimatter crystals. And it looks like we need just a couple of these. We're going to need a couple of them for our fusion crafting core, which we can now do. And we're going to need a handful of them to make these guys. The ultimate pipes, we need 1,000, which we need 6 for 4. That's a lot of math. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how many we need. It's upwards around 1,500 to 2,000. But what I did figure out is we can time and bottle this stuff and produce it pretty quick. And it's still not even getting into our power there. So, yeah, we're good. I can just time and bottle this a few times or as we need it and should be alright. I'm going to wait and see. Let that go. Let's see what this does to our power now with just it by itself. So I think it's only going to transfer the amount of power that it can transfer, and that's it. And actually, it's not going any faster. But if I do this, then we're getting it faster. Awesome. So, yeah, we're up to 100 of the 1,500 or so that we need. It will just run in the background. Like I said, if we need more, we can always time it and bottle it. I have almost 1,000 hours stored up here. So we're good to go on that. All right, so I guess while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and get all of this stuff set up for our... Why is that not coming up as... Oh, there we go. All right, get all this stuff set up for crafting. So we're going to need an antimatter crystal. We've got our cabling. Let's go ahead and put these in here, and we'll get those rolling. We should have enough antimatter to finish this. So let's craft up. We'll just do that because it's automatically going to give us the 4 of those. There we go. Quest complete. That'll give us 4 more. And then we need the HV solar panel, which is, or the EV solar panel, which we need a large coolant cell, which needs the medium coolant cell, which needs small coolant cells, and I don't know if I have any of those. Fluid cells, I have the small. So large coolant cell, and the medium coolant cell. And then finally, we'll do this one. I do have the recipe for all the other stuff. And we can throw these guys in here. That can go there, that can go there. We'll put this one by itself. And if we want to do, which we want to do, a EV solar panel, we do not have something. Dense copper plates. Alright, so dense copper plates. We need the compressor, which we have a compressor set up, I do believe. Advanced compressor. Awesome. But the question is do I have, I didn't even look. Do we have copper plates? We do not have copper plates set up. We'll set this one up over here in our press. Says we'll not need a ton of them. I just sucked up a bunch of stuff because this guy doesn't have much going through it right now. Alright, so where are we at now? Next, we have everything we need. Once again, the Fluix crystals are probably going to be where this is going to hurt the most. Wait, does this need... That's not what I wanted. Okay, it is a regular crafting table. Alright, I just wanted to be sure. So let's go ahead and get this started. That's going to take a lot. But we're going to, as soon as it's done, we're going to hook it up to our system. So, yeah, those are all available. So this won't take long to do. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. So, one of the things I'm finding out pretty quick while trying to craft this is we do not have enough crafting CPUs. Even though we've got 5 of them, we've got so much stuff being auto-crafted and everything else that it has bottlenecked this a lot. So that is something that I'm going to have to look at, is crafting up some more of those. I was not aware that was going to be that big of an issue, but it looks like it is. And just a little bit of time in the bottle later, and boom, one EV solar panel is now complete. We take this guy, place it there, and yeah, now we're making And we've just barely gone through these. So that is taken care of. That's going to just give us some XP. And that is probably where we're going to leave it. I will do the rest of this stuff later. None of it's anything that we need. We need battery box, which it's going to be a minute. I got to get some more of this crafting stuff straightened out. We'll definitely need a lot more of those. But we did get, that's it. We did get both of our AntiMatters going, are taken care of. And we're up to 211. So, yeah, that's not going to take very long to do. So, like I said, I need to get some more CPUs going. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.